We are recording. Avoid legal snags by telling people they're being recorded.
Is that what
You
it
understand?
says?
Yeah. Do you understand you're being recorded right now?
I do. And I give you consent
Perfect.
to audio record. Nothing else.
Okay. I see you. No, I'm just kidding.
This is episode 1 of the Last Call Boot Podcast. Episode 1.
So been a long time coming.
Long time coming. A lot of talking about it. A lot of messaging. And,
I'm excited.
I am as well. I am very excited. My palms are sweating. I'm so excited.
Are you? I was about to say I'm getting a little sweaty too.
Turn the fan up.
Right.
So
if I turn it on too high, it'll bleed into the mic, I think. But it'll be okay. I'll be fine.
Well, okay. So let's see. So my name is Angel Rios.
I'm Ryan Costello.
My Instagram is AJS_exchange. So AJ's exchange. And what's yours, Ryan?
Mine is Pisgah Range Ltd. So Pisgah_Range_Ltd.
All right.
And I'm the owner and sole employee of Pisgah Range Limited. I make bootlaces. The best bootlaces.
The toughest bootlaces. The toughest laces period. Wow. So we went straight into the laces. I was going to lead up to that, but you know what? Hey, we're here now. So, okay. So episode 1, this is going to be more of an intro and just have one light topic we go over. We already know what we do. Well, we know what you do, Ryan. You live in the dream, making bootlaces and getting love from the whole boot community.
Man, I try. I've noticed right now that I'm like a day behind on like catching up with comments on pictures and stuff. It's like, it's hard. I just had a kid too. She's 4 months old and yeah, so like, but yeah, I see every like, I see every comment, and just because I don't get straight to it, I'm not ignoring you. I see them. I'm so.
That's awesome. You know, that a lot of people hearing that will respect you for that because, and not to say in a negative undertone, but there are a lot of small business owners that don't grasp that concept and how important that is as far as just interacting and, you know, responding to little comments, likes, and stuff like that. So it's really good. And that's one of the main reasons that you stuck out to me was, I mean, you were right away commenting, responding to messages right away, and just very polite and professional. And as a consumer, I mean, that honestly, that means a lot to me when I see that, the feedback and, response and interaction in general, that's important. So, I for one appreciate you, Ryan, for that. That's a great quality to have as a small business owner. So,
thank you.
Just thought I'd throw that in there.
I just try to be like what I would want out of a company. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I've always done it like that, and I've just tried to let the product speak for itself. I just take pictures of it and post it, and the response has been phenomenal. I obviously couldn't do this without the boot and denim community. Like, they're amazing.
Absolutely, man. I'm right there with you. That we have such a great, empowering community that's very positive. Very rare do you see any kind of trollish activities, which is really cool, and that's a big reason why I'm still very much into the denim and the boots, is because behind each person posting a picture, small video, any kind of content, that it's somebody who's who's all about it, and they want to also do their part into keeping this community alive.
Absolutely. And I'm always wanting to learn more too. I actually told Boot Hunter on his podcast or Bootcast that he does on Instagram that I want to try to make my own boots from scratch. That's what I was sending you the other day.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I was like, is it like, am I being crazy or overreaching to think that I could make a boot from scratch out of my garage without like any like hardcore machinery. And he was like, no, like you can do it. It's like, it's not easy, but I'm going to hook you up with some people and it's definitely doable.
Let's do some inventory, starting with your favorite, and then don't number it. But just tell me what's your current favorite, because my current favorite's always changed. So just tell me what your current favorite is right now, and then just go down the list from there. Don't number it to like second least, the third least, but just give me your most favorite, and then just run down the list.
I had a feeling you were going to ask this question, so I've been thinking about it all day. Like my absolute favorite boot that I have is the 9877 Gold Russet Sequoia. That was a hard one to find. I did not think I was going to be able to find it. Yeah.
Those are nice.
I looked for a while, and it was just like, man, maybe it's too late. I'm not going to be able to get them. It's kind of like the 2015 Huntsman. Like, there's a size 11 that I know where it like I could get, but that's too big for me, and I want them my size. So,
I was thinking about when you talk about sizes, because CJ Cook I was listening to him today, and he's got a great YouTube channel, only strictly Red Wings, but he was talking about how the 23 last, how it's a different size for him in the 8 last to the 23 last. Like he has one size in the 8 last, and then for 23 last, he likes it a little bit wider and a half size shorter, which kind of makes sense. Especially I know, because he's always mentioning that his pinky toe always gets smashed in his mock toes, which are 23 last.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about that, because I love going on eBay, man. I'm always on the hunt for eBay. Don't tell my wife, but always hunting.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, and I'll see like one's half size too big, half size too small, and they're always like some limited edition or hard to find or just discontinued, Mm-hmm. And so I was wondering about trying a half size down and a half size wide, because I kind of feel like that same thing happens to me with my mock toes. They feel more narrow than the 8 last to me, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep my 11.5 Ds right now and just call it good, because I don't need any boot that bad. I'm like, let me just experiment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I'm lucky. I always had weird shaped feet, I thought. So like, mm-hmm. I used to collect this skateboard shoe. That's like one pro skater. I have like 30 pairs of his shoes. But they always fit me weird. But in Red Wings, that like it doesn't matter if I switch from an Iron Ranger to the 3336 or 3335 Wakuta or a mock toe. They all fit fine. Like I don't get any hot spots or pinches or I'm lucky. I guess. So
I found my size. I thought I found my correct size because of I was listening, the boot guy. I was listening to the boot guy. I think his name is Isaac on YouTube, and he's on Instagram as well. He was talking about, take a half size down, go a whole size down, order 2, and then return the pair that doesn't fit you the right way. But then he was like, your best bet is just go into a Red Wing store and get sized correctly. So
that's what I'm
did. Like, right. So I was like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. But I wear size 13 in sneakers, so let me just go for a 12. So I ordered a 12, and it fit me. It fit me good. I ordered a pair of Thorogoods, 814-4200s, the mock, the tobacco mocks, which are the
classics.
Yeah, the classics that everyone wears. If you know Thorogood, you know that boot. But I ordered the 12s, and I was like, wow, yeah, a full size down. That's correct, And then I ordered a pair of what were they? The 88 59s, or I'm sorry, 88 90s, charcoal rough and tough. Got them in 12s. I'm like, yep, right size. I ordered the 81 37s, the black Skagway. I love those boots. Anyway, I got them in 12s. I was like, yep, I'm a size 12. So my birthday, last December, my wife takes me to Red Wing shoe store to pick up some Iron Rangers. And I'm like, he's like, what? You know your size? I'm like, yeah, size 12. He's like, in mock toes. I was like, yeah, I know my boot. I know my size 12. He's like, yeah, but he's like, all right, I'll get you a size 12 and I'll get you an 11 and a half. I was like, all right, cool. So I put on the size 12s. He's like, how does that fit? I'm like, it fits good. I'm walking around, taking a few steps. He's like, is there any movement or any shifting in your foot right now? I'm like, little bit. He's like, okay, all right. That's the first sign. He's like, here, let me feel your foot. He's like, yeah, the ball of your foot is way too far back right now. This part of your foot needs to be up about another inch or so. I was like, oh, okay. So he's like, trust me, the Iron Rangers, they're going to fit you tight. They have to. They're going to stretch, but they have to fit tight in order to fit you correctly once they're broken in. I was like, oh, okay. So I put them on. I was like, oh, now they feel like a glove, a tight glove. But okay, I got it. So I was like, dang, I got like I got 4 pairs of boots right now that are a half size too big. So I sold one though. I sold the Thorogood. I sold those put those on eBay, got rid of those quick. They sold hot cakes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you could just use those for winter boots, but then again, you live in Arizona, so.
Right. Yeah, and I've worn them in the cold weather up here. It doesn't get that cold, so.
Yeah. So there's no just wear thicker socks.
Right. So the say that model again, the gold russets. What's the name?
The 9877. That's the 8-inch.
9877. Those are bright, dude. They're beautiful. I like them. I don't know what it was. They're like a buttery biscuit yellow.
Right. Well, they're not like in person. They're not that yellow, but I don't know what it was. I was just scrolling through Instagram one day and I was like, man, that's the boot. I want that. And I think that's when I was like started to really get into Red Wings or just boots in general. Like I was getting there. I had a pair of 8111s. That was my first pair, the Iron Rangers.
Yeah.
And
those are the amber harness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The cork sole.
Yep. Those are. I got those.
Oh, I love these.
Those. I choice between those and the 8085s with the copper rough and tough. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what about it. The copper rough and tough, they're beautiful, but the 8111s have a different. They have like a sheen to them, and they're a thicker leather too. And those age beautifully.
Yeah, I love mine. I've conditioned them. They probably need it again, but I used Black Rock on them. I was nervous. I wasn't sure. I was like, man, I really hope it doesn't mess the color. They came out awesome. But
yeah, stride-wise, he has a video about how he talks about how he darkened his boots, on accident by using mink oil.
Yeah, Brian, or the Boot Hunter, told me, like, don't really use mink oil. Like, there's other stuff that you can use. You don't have to use mink oil. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky. I live in Arizona, so there's not much humidity or much moisture I even need to deal with. I usually just do that to recondition because the leather does dry out here in the dry heat. It'll dry out before it gets, waterlogged or anything. So I just use the Red Wing natural leather cream.
Yeah, I've got a jar of it on my computer, like right next to me. What about you? What is your number one?
My number one? Oh, geez.
Or sorry, not number one. What's your favorite boot at the moment?
I was thinking so much about asking you that, and I didn't even put thought into it myself. I'll be honest. Right now, gosh, I'm looking at them right now. Just looking at them right now, I would say... I'd honestly, I'd have to say right now, like just looking at them, would be my Thorogood, my 1892 Thorogood, the 823-9111.
Is that the new ones that you just got?
Yeah, the indigo, portage indigos, because they're dyed with real indigo, so you get that unique hue of blue, and it's like an aqua, kind of a dark aqua bluish color. I love it, man. It's
Yeah.
it's a Chrome XL too.
See, with one of the things I thought was really cool about the Indigo Billowites, I
Mm-hmm.
can't say that.
Just do it.
Billowites.
Yeah. What
Okay,
about
so
them?
uh, everyone that takes pictures of them on Instagram, they look slightly different, and that I love that. That's so cool.
Each one is different.
Yeah, it seems like you can tell like they were I guess hand dyed or whatever, and because they use real indigo, like each
Mhm.
one is slightly different. Like I've heard some people say, "Oh, mine look green."
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, mine don't look green. Mine look like
Yeah.
a deeper indigo. And honestly, the right boot is slightly darker than the left boot.
Really.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I love that. I think that's so cool.
Mine are pretty close. Mine are pretty close. The toe is a bit. It's starting to wear down, but probably because of it just coming into contact with things like me kicking stuff. But so it's lightening up a little bit in the toe area, which is a very small section of the boot on these laced to toes. But the roofers, I also have those desert sands, and I wore those today. Those are awesome too. They're
Those look.
really they're really comfortable. That lace to toe is
Hmm.
so much different as far as how they fit your foot, because that lace to toe, you can actually relax the part of the shoe where it wraps around like the ball of your foot, so you can cinch it around your toe, relax it around the ball of your foot, and then cinch it back down towards your metatarsals and up towards your ankle. You could cinch it down, so it like wraps my foot like a sneaker, like. And that's how the Converse All Stars were. They were basically lace to toe, those old sneakers.
Uh huh.
So I understand why they used them, and they're really comfy. And then the Thorogood, they also have those insoles that make there's like no break-in because of the insole itself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
actually just watched a video the other day that it was like how they're made, and it was just Thorogood boots. They went through the whole process. Like I said, I want to learn more about. I'm not gonna sell boots. I'm not gonna make them to sell. I'm genuinely curious as to like the process. I think it is awesome. Like that is a. It just seems like you have to be very talented to do that, and I love it.
yeah, I watch those videos and I'm like, I wouldn't know where to begin because I love learning things, especially things that have to do with like working with your hands. I love doing that stuff.
Hmm.
And I can just tell my dude that is a process.
Right.
Like
Right.
learning like how to do it the way that works for you the best and how it comes out the best. So yeah, there's this video. Its name is Boot Fury, I think, on YouTube. Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I think it's like I think they might be in Asia somewhere, but he makes videos of how he makes like a replica of like an American Heritage boot.
Oh,
Really awesome.
really?
Yeah, really
Uh,
nice.
I just pulled it up. It looks. I mean, I don't read Russian, but it looks like Russian.
Oh, Russian. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking Asia for some reason. Boot Fury.
Looks
Anyway,
really. So going back to your question, you didn't ask me what's my number one boot. You asked me what my favorite. You asked me what my favorite is
okay,
right now, and like if I look
right.
back and see the 9877s, I was telling you this earlier. It's just, I love it. But my favorite at the moment, like the one that I've been wearing a lot, is the 87519. I love that boot. This leather is
Oh
just, and
yeah.
then the speed hooks. I love the speed hooks on mock toes.
I
I
was
am
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually trying to find another pair of 9875, so the gold russet 6-inch, just so I can send it to Red Wing and have speed hooks put in on the top three instead of the eyelets.
Oh geez, those. Yeah. How long does that take to get those on? Because I know like a regular mocktail, you basically got to take out like the top two laces almost. Well, depending on how long your lace is, but I've at least got to take the top one out, the top lace out of the top eyelet, and then hopefully I can squeeze in my foot.
Yeah, just do the three.
Because with the mock toe, the ankle likes to collapse if you're not careful. Your ankle will collapse when you're putting them on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I make the laces really loose on the front 4, but then the top 3, they're just off.
Yeah, that's why I like speed hooks. Like my Iron Ranger is so easy to put on and off.
Right, me too. I love it.
And I do miss that about not having my Thorogood 814 4200s. They had speed hooks and they were nice. So those were really easy to put on.
Makes me wonder what the speed hooks would look like on an 8-inch.
I'm sure you can find it. I'm sure you
could definitely do it. Like they'll do it if you just.
Oh yeah.
I think you can bring them into any Red Wing store, and they have the tool there to take the eyelets off and put like different eyelets or speed hooks on.
So yeah, I've got a few Red Wing stores in my area, and they're pretty basic. They don't carry all the nice heritage stuff. They'll have a real simple line, and they can get anyone that's currently in production. They can order it for you, but nothing like CJ Cook. He's spoiled down there in New York. He's got like 3 of them, and they have like denim hangs every other week.
Right, he like hangs out at the Heritage flagship store.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
I'd never leave. I would just stay. Right. Oh man. So yeah, we have one that's kind of close to me. I say close. It's like an hour and 20 minutes away. But I get my boots now from it's a store called Fox Mercantile. Yeah, that's just I don't know. We connected on Instagram, and that's who I get my boots from now. I just DM him. I'm like, hey, is there a way you can get this boot? I got so far I got my Wakutas from them and the 87519. I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to get it because they were selling so fast.
Are they sold out already?
I don't think so. I think maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked in like a week.
You know which other boot is really cool?
Which one?
You know which one's the Iron Rangers? The ebony harness.
Oh yeah.
Is it the 4606?
The online America only or US only, dude. Yeah. Yes, with the brass hardware.
Yes.
I saw those and was like, don't do it. It is not. You told yourself you have to keep this budget.
Yeah, and then CJ comes out with the video and he's rocking like some nice olive chinos.
Yeah, I was like, don't do it, Ryan, don't do it.
So I was on eBay just looking for stuff, and CJ put up a video a few months back, maybe even a year ago, I don't know. It was the round toe. You know, they don't make the round toes anymore. They make the Rovers now, but they stopped making the round toe. And these were the 8502s. It was the charcoal rough and tough round toe. And I was like, ooh, those look so nice. Because I have a thing for the charcoal rough and tough. I have the 8890s and I have the 8086s.
Yeah, I have the 8086. I love them.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Those and copper rough and tough, too. Oh.
Copper?
Yeah, I love both of them. There's just something about that rough and tough leather.
Yeah, because there's such low maintenance too. Like they look good and they change with time, and it's like, yeah, just dust them off real quick. That's the only thing they do is they look dusty after time. So you just brush off the dust and they look brand new again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on what was I saying? Oh, so I found
eBay.
So 8502. I think they're the 8502s. And as CJ had a video, I was like, man, those look so nice. And eBay had them. Was the only place I could find them, but they never had my size. I was like, yeah, you know what? That sucks. I'd always check. I'm like, maybe they have it now. Maybe they have it now, you know? Because eBay is always changing. If you go on, you put type in a model, they won't have it. Next day, you'll see like 3 of them up.
Right.
So just this past week, I found an 8502 in 11.5D, and I was like, I could... the first thing that kind of was like, kind of made me second guess was like they were slightly used, like I mean barely used, but you could see a little bit of wear on the bottom of the wedge sole. And I was like, yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like, yeah, those are probably depending on how much time they, if they didn't walk a lot but they stood in them for a while, they probably have that insole is probably like already molded to their funky shaped foot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I really want them, though. I bet you any money this is the only time I'm ever going to see them available. Super cheap, too. And I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. Click watch, and I keep moving. And then I found those 2946s that I sent you, that dirty sand color.
Yeah.
The round toe roughnecks, dirty sand color, and you don't see that dirty sand color anywhere.
Right.
So I was like, So eBay has these ads it'll be like two different boots in one posting on eBay. It'll be like 12 pictures of the item.
Really?
And I think for like an Asia specific, or it'll be like the same boot but in two different colors. So they'll have like the roughneck in mossy brown. I'm sorry, olive brown and this desert sand color. It's a round toe roughneck, so it's not a mock toe roughneck like the 8146 that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Round toe roughneck, so it has the Vibram commando sole, and it's a round toe. And they had two of these, and I was like, oh, those are cool. Like I've never seen those before. So I'm switching through the colors. I'm like, I like the olive brown, but the color that it has, it looks too much like my 4581s. Okay, so listeners, I have these 4581 Iron Rangers. These are probably the first Iron Rangers in Hawthorne Mule Skinner, if not one of the first. So these were made in 2008. So yeah,
wow.
They're probably one of the first Iron Rangers in Hawthorne Mule Skinner. Yeah. So they've got the dark hardware.
Are those the ones that you dyed olive?
Yes.
Awesome.
And I used RIT dye, and they look amazing. I love them. So these are not going to ever be for sale. And I love them because that Hawthorne Mule Skinner, it's such a thick leather. It's like a baseball glove, like super thick. But anyway, those olive browns looked like exactly the same color green as these. So I was like, nah, I got something that looks like that. But that desert sand, I was like, damn, now that's something different because it's a light tan color with the black commando sole. I was like, throw some Pisgalaces in there, forget about it. Forget about it. And then they had these. They had this other one. It was like a Beckman or a blacksmith. I don't remember exactly. Which I think those are the same. The 8 last. But these came with the nitro cork sole. So again, I don't know if that's the blacksmith or if that's considered a Beckman, because I know the Beckman comes with that Roshi outsole, that little like a half commando sole.
Mm-hmm.
So these were smooth cork soles, but there were two different colors, and you don't find them here. So one of them was like a bourbon Yuma color, and the other one was I don't remember the other color, but this one was like a bright orangey color and almost like a suede finish to it, like a rough and tough finish to it. But it was like a buttery orangey yellow color. Really just different. Like
Oro russet maybe?
No, well, Oro has like that sheen to it. It's like a smooth finish. It's a finished leather, right? But this has, and again, this is just from you know what? Like a nubuck, like the Timberlands, like that nubuck color. It looked a lot like that. Now that I think about it, so imagine that nubuck color, but in like a kind of a Beckman or a blacksmith with the nitro corks. Just different, you know what I mean? And I love different stuff like that.
Right.
So, but I have my eye set on those desert sand desert sand roughnecks. Oof. Probably gonna snatch those up.
Yeah.
There's only one left in my size though.
See, I kept buying. I would like find a boot, and click buy. Click buy. Click. I was like, I've got to stop, dude. I'm spending so much money.
You know what my problem is? I listen to Dave Ramsey too much.
Right? It makes you feel guilty about buying them.
Yeah. You have car payments? Sell it. Oh man, I got car payment. You know what? I'm going to be wearing my roughnecks tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment, and I'm just going to keep it plain and simp.
See, I don't plan it ahead that way.
I have to, man, because otherwise I'll be stuck. I find it to be a lot more time efficient.
Yeah,
because when I wake up in the morning, dude, I'm like, and then if you have second thoughts of what you just threw on, I'm like, man, and then you're kind of hitting yourself because you don't have time to go check something else. I'm like, I work out all those bugs at night, so I'm like, you know what? Nope, I already have this set out. Pros and cons I already thought about. Boom, set out the door.
Right? Yeah, I probably should because it's not just the boots. I have. See, some people have like 4 or 5 pairs of my laces. I have all of them. So
Yeah, right. Right.
So it's kind of hard. Goodness. I like look at it. I'm like, man, what color am I gonna wear today with this? There's there's honestly combinations I still haven't tried.
Oh yeah, me too. And I've only got like a few.
And it's like, it's because I have favorites. Like I wear the same colored laces a lot and even like I know I shouldn't because I've got so many colors I need to take pictures of. And it's not that I don't like them. It's just I'll throw olive drab on something because that's my favorite color. And it's like, oh, yeah, that looks good.
Green and blue. I love green and blue together. Like a denim blue with some kind of olive green, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Any color, and it'll go.
Do you have the sapphire laces?
No, I don't. The blue ones, no, I don't.
The new ones, yeah.
I've never gotten any bright ones from you.
Oh, okay. I was
about grabbing those sapphires and like some red ones.
I love, dude, the red looks so good. There's a couple of them that it's really hard to photograph because the sheath has like this shine to it. And
yeah.
Sometimes it's like the camera, it just messes with the sensor or something. It just will not let me get a really good picture. Or like the pink
I know
ones.
What you're saying.
The neon pink is impossible. I have tried a million times. Every time I wear those, or every time I've tried to just take a picture of them, it messes. Yeah. Like I have to mess with a million camera settings to get it to look like the pink because it's so bright. But
if any of our listeners have any tips for Ryan really takes some amazing shots. He specializes in the night shots.
I love the night shots. Playing with the night and the open shutter is just so much fun.
It's definitely sets you apart from the rest. Not that there are any other lace brands, but just brands in general taking night shots like that. It definitely sets you apart, and I say continue that because that's awesome. It helps us focus on the laces also. The product itself kind of it's a good backdrop.
My neighbors probably hate me. Those flashes are bright.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. The reason I started doing like the night shots with the flashes is because I always wanted to do skateboard photography, and I just always loved how the pictures in the magazines looked at night. I just thought it was so cool. So I was like, I'm gonna buy my dream flash setup when I was a kid, and I'm gonna see if I can like try to recreate the magic that they capture in like Thrasher on a night shot.
Yeah.
But with the boots instead. And it's kind of hard because the subject is a lot smaller, so I have to get a lot closer. But I mean, I just have fun with it. I honestly don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just playing with the settings. I take probably 100 pictures and then pick like 4, and then from there I pick 1.
And then you leave it on your memory card.
Right.
You leave all the other ones on your memory card.
I do. I'm so bad about that. And then I go back to delete them, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to delete the one that I used, but which one did I use?
Yeah. Right. Well, you got to keep fun, man. Make sure you keep having fun with whatever you're doing. And that goes out to you listeners too, man. Anything that you're doing, maybe you have a crappy job that you work, but you love doing it. Stick it out, man. Stick it out. You never know. But especially you, Ryan, you've got a dream job.
I'm trying.
I know
man.
you've got a lot of
It's rough.
responsibilities, but you have a good work ethic, and that's right there keeps you. It's going to keep you 10 steps ahead of any kind of person trying to either compete or at least want to do what you are doing. They're not going to have the slightest clue as to what it entails for you to get all your orders fulfilled, because you're on top of it. I get those emails like next day, like, hey, your order's being shipped out. I'm like, dude, hell yeah.
I try. Like I said, I try to do what I would want out of a company. Like if I ordered something from a company, I try to do what I mean? I just try to recreate what I would expect out of a company. You're not necessarily expect, like you can't expect people to do like a handmade item next day, but I try my absolute best.
Yeah. No, you're doing a good job, man. Doing a good job. I commend you for it. And
thank you.
And well, you're a good dude. You're actually a good friend too. You're a good friend. You don't come by. I don't see a lot of those in life. You don't come across too many of them. And when you do, you really need to embrace those relationships and nurture them, man. You got to nurture those relationships. When you see a quality human being that you connect with, man, it's important that you take care of it, because you'll get something out of it. You'll get a lot out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm always like glad that you reached out. Like I said, I'm like introverted. I don't like I tried to for a while I didn't really want to, I don't know how to say it. It's not that I didn't want to communicate with people on Instagram. I was nervous. I don't know. Like I just wanted to like kind of be the guy behind the curtain and let the laces do the talking. But
well, you did a great job with that, man, because a lot of people know very little about you. But however, if you ask, have you heard of Pisgah? They're like, oh yeah, Pisgah, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's so I'm like, oh yeah, so Ryan and I are Ryan's his name? Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. But the same thing with anybody on Instagram. I don't know a lot of these influencers on Instagram. I don't know their real name, but I do enjoy being able to connect with most of the guys, and when you get to find out that they're really down to earth, and they get to they like the interaction just as much as you do. That's awesome,
right?
And I just reached out to you. I just reached out to you one day, just thanks for the follow or something. I think maybe I commented or messaged you on your laces. I thought I was like, yeah, those are cool laces. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look. Bring that up on next episode.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind, like, people. I honestly ask people, like, if you're gonna message me, just DM me. Like, it's a lot faster for me to like reply to a DM on Instagram. Like, obviously I can email too, but I try to keep the emails a little bit more formal, so it's a lot quicker and a lot more laid back if you just DM me. And I don't mind either one. You could text me. I don't care. You could. It's on the website.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah. So if you want, you can text me. Just look the number up on the website.
So you're a dad now. She's what, 4.5 months, 5 months?
4 months and 9 days. Yeah, I just took the pictures. That's another awesome thing. So like, because I have that flash set up, I can take my own pictures, and they actually look really good.
That's awesome. I need to invest in that, because I've got 4 kids of my own. That's right, guys. AJ's Exchange, we got 4 kids. Wow. 4 little babies, and I love every minute of it. My children are probably my biggest, most influential teachers I've ever had in life. Are my children. You learn a lot more about yourself having children.
I feel like I have a lot more talks with myself. Like, you've got, like, so if I do something and I immediately know, like, that was wrong, you have to be a better role model for your kid. You have to change that habit.
Definitely. Yeah, you reflect. And that's good, because, well, there's a lot of parents that don't reflect the way in a productive way. Reflecting is something that's necessary for personal growth. And so, yeah, I think we're getting a little off subject here. So, all right, maybe we should cut it here. We had a good talk. Hopefully the listeners have a lot better understanding of who Ryan is, who Angel is. Follow us if you don't already. Pisga_range_limited. And Angel at AJS_exchange. AJ's exchange. Look us up, comment us, and yeah, we'll be putting out this episode. We'll be posting it all over our Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, man, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And we're going to be working right away. We're going to get to work on this next episode here shortly. So we hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode where we talk about boots. All right.
And before we end it, I had something that I was saving for this episode, this first episode.
Okay.
So my most recent Instagram post, I think I had mentioned a giveaway. It's our 5-year anniversary. I've been making laces for 5 years, and I've wanted to do a giveaway like this for a while. I did a pretty good one at the beginning of summer with a baseball themed one, but this one's to me a little bit more special because it's 5 years, and like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I guess starting now, I don't know when we'll broadcast this, but I'll make a post on Instagram announcing it also.
Okay.
From today, September 4th, to probably October 5th. I haven't ironed out the details yet, but I'm going to be giving away a pair of Red Wings. And it's not just like a specific model. You tell me what wings you want, and I'll go through Fox Mercantile, and we'll get them. Obviously, with the limited edition stuff, that's like, it might be hard. But
nice.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be giving away a pair of Red Wings, and like I said, not a specific model. You can do Iron Rangers, you could do Irish Setters, just whatever.
Well, this is a round of applause. I'm excited to see who wins this. I'm excited to see all the entries for it. Awesome, man. Yeah, let's talk about it a little bit after this. But awesome. So yeah, like I said, go follow Ryan at Pisga Range Limited, Toughest Laces period. And if you want a little bit of positivity, a little bit of light in your day, check out AJ's Exchange. I love putting positivity, infusing positivity into every post that I have. And Ryan and I were all about quality content. So we hope you enjoyed this listen. Hope you enjoyed us, and thank you for letting us be part of your day. This is the last Call Boot podcast, episode 1.
This was
Take
fun,
care,
you know
guys.
that? This was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
I really enjoyed
awesome.
it.